San Simeon, the West Australian wonder horse, was successful at each of his 10 two-year-old starts. They included the WA Sires Produce, Golden Slipper and Champagne Stakes, and the Triple Crown, in which he set an Australian mile record of 2:3.9 for a two-year-old from a standing start.
When did you first realise San Simeon's potential?
I suppose I could say when I very first put the Hummels on him. He actually bolted with fright, and in that process of bolting he paced every inch of the way at a speed that I've never ever had a baby do before in my life, ever.
Amazing.
He was amazing, yeah, and I declared him a champion then.
San Simeon in front, Gamelite trying hard down the outside. They're followed 2 lengths away to won the mat, followed by Omicron, Gold Rowan, Brett Sands and Franey. They approach the go off the back section. It's San Simeon, 1 length out from Gamelite. Bruce Clark went for the Buswader, he gave it a couple. They're followed 6 away to won the mat with Gold Rowan running on fairly well. On towards the corner, a race in 2. It's San Simeon in front, Gamelite trying desperately to run him down. They're followed 6 away to Gold Rowan. It's San Simeon in front, he pulled away. Gamelite trying very hard. San Simeon in front. It's going to be 15 straight, and he's added the Derby to his name. San Simeon won it from Gamelite, about 5 lengths away to Gold Rowan, followed in by On the Mat.
A week later, San Simeon stepped out in the Australian Derby run at Gloucester Park.
Onto the corner they come. This will bring them down to the red lights and the bell in the Australian Pacing Derby. 50 grand awaits them at the judge, and San Simeon leads them up. Gold Rowan's on the outside. Gamelite's going 3 deep. They're followed by On the Mat. Further back to Quamby's Pride in the centre. Under a Cloud going 3 wide. Back behind them, Brett Sands with Action Advice. Then came Omicron and Under Trick taking off 3 wide. Into the final lap they go. And the unbeaten West Australian champ, San Simeon, 3 parts of a length from Gold Rowan. On the outside, Gamelite under the pump. On the fences, On the Mat there, followed by Under a Cloud, Quamby's Pride and Brett Sands. Inside the half-lap mark, San Simeon booted away. He's a couple in front. In second place, On the Mat. On the outside, Gamelite's fighting on hard. Under a Cloud, 4 and 5 deep. Brett Sands getting up along the rail. Off the back section, San Simeon has booted well clear. He's 4 lengths in front of On the Mat. Gamelite's under sufferance, followed by Brett Sands and Under a Cloud. They set sail for home, and San Simeon well clear. And the Australian Pacing Derby is all over. The unbeaten San Simeon goes down to win it at a trot. He won it from on the inside On the Mat. Out on the outside, Gamelite.
But it was as a 4-year-old that San Simeon achieved fame in Australian harness racing when he recorded 25 consecutive wins. The previous record was held by Lucky Creed and the champion trotter Maori's Idol, both with 24.
Section, the unbeaten San Simeon still in front. The boy went for the whip on Gold Rowan. Around the outside, Pacific Wheeler running on, and Skip Tower looking for a runner. They set sail for home. San Simeon, can he make it 25 straight? Pacific Wheeler down the outside with Gold Rowan, but now he starts to sprint. And San Simeon's going to break the Australian record of 24 consecutive wins. That's win 25. A great performance.
The Wonder Horse was then victorious in all his heats of the WA Benson and Hedges Cup. Could the champ make it 28 in a row?
King Caramar in front by a length on Skipper. Local Mark 3 wide, Kiwi Cloud behind the leader. San Simeon hooked out 4 wide by Austin to make a runner, starting to sprint quickly now. Racing to the turn off the back, approaching the 300-metre mark. King Caramar defies running down, leads by a long neck on Skipper. Local Mark 3 wide, and San Simeon sprinting brilliantly out 4 wide. Kiwi Cloud back behind them on the fence. Into the straight, 150 to go. King Caramar still in front. San Simeon down the outside past the 100-metre mark. San Simeon's hit the front from King Caramar, followed by Local Mark, and a very easy win to San Simeon. 28 straight, he wins by 2 lengths on King Caramar. Local Mark runs third, Kiwi Cloud on the inside, fourth in front
He
of
must have been just an integral part of the Austin family.
He's so much so that the children, my kids, and my wife were all part and parcel of his training routine. He was a part of the family. There's no risk about that.
After a tearful farewell from the Austin family, Lou and San Simeon made their way to Hobart in the quest for glory, the 1981 Inter-Dominion Championship. On the first night of the carnival, San Simeon blitzed the field to record a personal best of 2 minutes .2 over the mile, taking his career tally to an amazing 29 consecutive wins.
2 minutes to go, and San Simeon the leader from Michael Frost. Melfield Tyros still can't get the run. San Simeon sprints away halfway down the straight, leads by a length and a half. Melfield Tyros gets out, but a brilliant win. 29 straight to San Simeon.
But San Simeon was to suffer his first defeat in his next heat. After mixing his gait at the start, the champ found Sydney-sider Michael Frost too good on the night.
Michael Frost, the leader, past the 300-metre mark. Will this be the first race in which San Simeon's beaten? Austin under a great deal of pressure as Michael Frost burns him off. Comes past the 200-metre mark, leading by 2 lengths on San Simeon. 4 lengths back behind him, fair clear around the outside is Ebony Mac. But Michael Frost, the leader, with 100 metres to go. San Simeon's got no hope of catching him. And this is the first time in a race that San Simeon has been beaten. And Michael Frost, the horse that done it.
When he was beaten, I felt very, very relieved. In a way, because we were there to win the final of the Inter-Dominions. He was still maintaining an unbeaten sequence right from the very first time he stepped onto a racetrack, and to have him beaten by such a very good horse, Michael Frost, driven by young Michael Ilsley, it was a great relief to me.
San Simeon made amends in his next heat, and in the championship final proved his class to record one of the easiest wins in the history of the prestigious event.
This is the 1981 Inter-Dominion, and 140,000 awaits them at the judge. San Simeon in charge. Katare not on the outside. Single again running third. Frosty Imp up on the outside. Back behind them, Lee Highlad. There followed by Ardstraw. Melfield Taros. Poiser's gone for the whip on Pure Steel, and further back to Grand Thor. Down the back section, it's still San Simeon. He beat it away a length. Katare Knight's under the pump. Single again trying to get off the fence. They're followed by Frosty Imp, Lee Highlad, further back to Ardstraw, Melfield Taros. Pure Steel's got to do something amazing to win, and Grand Thor's last onto the cord, and San Simeon's beat it away. Austin released the brakes and he kicked clear. In second place, single again, they flatten for home. It's San Simeon in front of the 1981 Inter-Dominion is all over. It's San Simeon crowned at trotting, and the Wonder Horse has done it. San Simeon by 4 lengths from single again. Third home Ardstraw, followed by Pure Steel.
Lou Austin could not hold back the tears of exhilaration. His Wonder Horse had written their names into the record books once more. The champions' efforts of that season were honoured when San Simeon was voted 1981 Australian Harness Horse of the Year. He was later invited to contest the inaugural World Cup Series at the Meadowlands, but after 2 unplaced runs was withdrawn owing to leg injury and later returned to Western Australia to take up stud duties. In all, San Simeon was the winner of 33 races from 39 starts and nearly $384,000 in prize money.